welcome to my channel, Sandy Toad Tarot. My name is Laura. It is a pleasure to be here with you today and to read for you today. Thank you for choosing me as your tarot reader. I am doing another yes or no pick a card reading today. I like to keep a fresh one out there, and I've noticed it's been a couple of weeks since my last one. So I am very happy to be doing a yes or no pick a card. For those of you who know how to do a pick a card, I will put the timestamps in the description box below and you can go directly to your reading. For those of you who do not know how to do a pick a card, there is absolutely no wrong way to make your choice about which pile you think is going to answer your question that can be answered with a yes or no. Some people like to take a few deep breaths, even with their eyes closed sometimes, and then when they open their eyes, the pile that they're drawn to is the one that they choose. Some people actually like one of these numbers. That I like. 3 is kind of their number, so they'll choose pile 3. Some people choose based on the stone that's on the pile. Today I have a Verdite quartz on pile 1. A brown Jasper on pile 2, a Citrine on pile 3, and although it's very light, this actually is an Aquamarine. It's really rough cut. It's really pretty blue. It's kind of hard to see, but it is blue. Okay, so Verdite quartz, brown Jasper, Citrine, Aquamarine, pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Some people find some synchronicities in the timestamps, and particularly if they're numbers people, they will see synchronicities in there. So they will choose based on the numbers in the timestamps. Some people just choose by randomly. Some people view all of the videos, and then whichever one is actually speaking to them is the one they claim as their reading. Again, there is no right or wrong way to do this. Just make your decision and go to the timestamp in the description box, and actually if you click on the timestamp itself, that'll take you directly to your reading. But if you do get into a reading and it doesn't resonate with you, it's fine. Just go ahead and click off of it, go to a different pile, or just go on to another reading on my channel. I have a lot of yes or no pick a card readings out there now, and then there are other fantastic tarot readers on YouTube. So if it doesn't resonate with you, that just means it's not resonating today. It's no big deal. Just go on to something else. So we are coming up on the 1-year anniversary for Sandy Toad Tarot. I started this channel April 12th, 2020. So April 12th is coming up again, and I will have a special reading on April 12th, and I haven't decided on what. So if you have suggestions, please put it down in the comments down below for my first anniversary, what kind of reading you guys would like to see. In celebration of my first anniversary, I'm also giving away a free reading to someone the first person to contact me through sandytoadtarot.com and request a free reading will get a free reading from me. A personal reading, I can do an interactive reading for the free reading, or I can do a video where I just record the reading for you. You ask your question or tell me what you want me to do the reading about. I record the reading and then I can get it to you. There's several ways I can get it to you, but it's just that's one-way communication. It's just like me doing your reading for you. Or I can do an interactive reading on WhatsApp or Zoom, where we can actually talk face-to-face and do the reading. So I am giving away one free 20-minute reading to the first person that contacts me through sandytoadtarot.com, and there should be a tab at the top that says contact. You can go to hit that contact button, and it will tell you how to get in touch with me there. Okay, I'm actually excited to get started with this reading. I do have the tarot pulled. I'll pull oracles at the end, but go ahead and go straight to your reading, and I will see you there. So welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 1, these are going to be your messages for the yes or no reading. Pile 1 did have the Verdite Quartz on it. I'm going to read the meanings for the stones today because I did choose them at random, so I feel like there might be an extra message in there for you guys. So the Verdite Quartz helps you access and harmonize your past with your present so it will not affect your future. It helps you retrieve information from the ancient ones, and it is a good stone for past life regression. All the green stones are also associated with abundance too, because it's that nature, that abundant green nature kind of thing. I need a little more space here to read, I do believe. So let me get some. I feel like I'm closed in a little bit here. All right, so let's just go ahead and get started on your reading and see if we can find a definitive yes or no in your cards. I will warn you, sometimes it is a maybe, but that doesn't happen all the time. So the cards you got were the Magician, and these are the Radiant Rider-Waite cards. You got the 3 of Wands. You got the World, and you also got the 10 of Wands. Just for some further messages and more information, I got a couple of Druid Craft Tarot. These have a little bit of different meanings, so I like to choose a couple of these to kind of mix it up a little bit. You got the 8 of Cups in the Druid Craft Tarot, and you got the 7 of Swords. Okay, this is definitely a yes, for sure. Yes, yes, yes. What is it a yes to? It's a yes to a cycle change in your life, for sure. You got the World card down here. This is a major arcana. You got a couple major arcana. You got the Magician, you got the World. So the World is the last card in the major arcana. So it's the circle represents an ending just being a new beginning, and that's the way life is. All endings bring new beginnings. So this says that you are moving forward in your life, like one cycle has ended and another cycle is beginning. You're moving forward, and these two cards both movement forward, right? The 8 of Cups is a card of walking away from stuff that is really, really good, like you have a nice family, you have a nice home, you have a nice job, you have good stuff in your life. 8 Cups, that's pretty good, right? But you're walking away to pursue that 9th cup. You feel like your life will not be fulfilled until you pursue that 9th cup. And it's not where you're at, wherever you are now. It's somewhere else. It's out there in the world. It's maybe for some of you, it's actually literally overseas. Notice he's looking out at the water there. There's an ocean between you and your heart's desire. This is a card of actually taking up one of those wands and going out to find your heart's desire. This is a card of going out to find your heart's desire. Both of them. They kind of say the same thing to me, especially with them being together. So why? Okay, some of you are, well, those of you who are watching this reading are kind of exhausted. You've been under a lot of strain, really. There's been some struggle, overburdened. Maybe you've taken on too much. Maybe it's not just a work situation. It could just be work, but it can also be maybe it's work, maybe it's family obligations, maybe it's some community projects that you volunteered for, and maybe you are helping a friend do something that is kind of draining a little bit of your time. You've just taken on too much. You're overburdened. So that's what brings you to this reading and to this question that you want to know if the answer is a yes or no. It's definitely a yes. And what is happening is you guys are manifesting that you're manifesting your heart's desire. And that's the card of the Magician. This is the Master Manifester. And it says basically that whatever you need to reach your goals here, you have. If you need money, you have it. If you're going to have to rely on some kind of relationship with somebody, that relationship will be strong and it will help you through the process. If you need energy and creative ideas, you've got that too, and you have the mental clarity and the strength, just the fortitude to make it all happen. And this is you, by the way, making it happen on the earthly. It's kind of like the Magician has one hand up to the heavens and one hand down toward the earth, and it's just literally bringing your heart's desire down to earth and doing it with all the tools that are available for you to do it. This last card here, let's talk about this. Now, in the Seven of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck is always taking your leave. It's leaving a situation. That's not what it means in this deck. And that's kind of why I like to pull some of the Druid Craft Tarot, because the meanings do pretty closely follow the traditional universal weight or Rider-Waite or Cohen weight, whatever deck you're using of the traditional Smith weight. These cards kind of follow the traditional meaning, and then every once in a while it'll have something that is its own meaning, because it does come from a different place. The Druids are, from the British Isles. The Druidry kind of feeds into Wicca a little bit. I don't read the cards with the Wicca philosophy. That's kind of not my jam. I appreciate Wicca and neo-paganism and all that stuff. I understand what they're trying to do. It's just not my thing. But I guess I do appreciate paganism and Druidry, because those kind of are my people. That's where my ancestors come from. So I like that their foundation is in nature. So I do like their philosophies. But anyway, I digress. All I really wanted to say is that these do provide a little extra meaning to the cards, and that's why I like to use them sometimes. Okay, so what is this depiction of the Seven of Swords? What is that about? It's about research. It's about strategy. It's mental energy. Swords are mental, thoughts, that kind of thing, clarity. So in this Seven of Swords, you've got a man here that is actually using all his mental capacity or his mental energy to figure a way out. And that's what's been happening. You're trying to figure a way out of this, and you're using a strategic plan. You're doing your research and you're finding a plan. You're figuring out exactly what it is that you want to do. What do you want to manifest? Whatever it is, you can have it. And then here in the end, you're going out after it and you're going to get it. It brings in a new cycle in your life. It's your heart's desire. And it brings you to a new place, a new beginning. Very nice. Okay. So, just final words of wisdom from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. I usually get some final message from the Angels and Ancestors on most of my readings, not all of them, but I love the messages in these cards. I'm going to go ahead and take this. I usually cut these, but this popped out, so we'll see what it says. Okay, so that kind of goes right along with what we were talking about here. Seer, see beyond the current situation. That's kind of what you're doing here with being in these struggles and seeing beyond what's happening right now to figure out where you really want to go and what you really want to do. But you have to you have to kind of look up from your burdens to be able to prospect a little bit, to be able to look out and figure out what it is that your heart's desire really is. We'll do one more. This can also mean like consulting a psychic or something that can provide some guidance for you to help you figure out what path you really want to take and what direction you really want to go in your life. So for some of you, that might be actually consulting a psychic or a tarot reader or a fortune teller or a palm reader, whatever that is for you. And the second card from message from the angels and ancestors is Earth Mother. Feel loved and comforted. I like that for you guys. That's really beautiful. Okay, so that's almost like I was talking about the natural part of the Druid tradition. The natural world is supporting you in this new endeavor that you are giving birth to. This can be a card of literal birth, but it can also be a card of birthing ideas. And I think that's what this is about. It's about you're creating something new. Notice her belly is the world here. You got the world here. So you're creating something new that opens up the world for you, and you're birthing your ideas out into the world. And it's going to be just a very lush, pleasant, earthy experience. And Mother Earth is coming in to let you know that you are loved, that you are in a state of oneness with nature as you pursue this. Okay, so finally from the Sacred Traveler, I will get one card to see if there's anything that you need to do or any action that you need to take. What does pile one need to do? If anything, what action do they need to take? For pile one, what do they need to do or what action do they need to take? All right, watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. Okay, so I feel like this goes down here with this too. I feel like because you are in a state of being overburdened a little bit and you are trying to figure out what direction you go in, what it is that you're trying to manifest and what it is that you want to manifest really. I do feel like those answers come from you, come to you. It kind of goes along with this. Maybe when you're in a more contemplative state, maybe when you're in a state of meditation, it's like the answers will come when you're when you're relaxed and watching the clouds float by. This is a very earthy reading. There's a lot of earth in here, I feel. So I don't know if what it is that you're trying to manifest has something to do with, I don't know, being an environmentalist or something, or helping, third world countries with clean water issues. There's something very, very earthy about this reading. So that may not be for you necessarily, but whatever it is that you are trying to manifest, it's a yes. You're absolutely going to do it. You are it takes you out into a new adventure new venture that opens up the world to you. All right, I think I'm going to leave it there for pile ones. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 2 for your yes or no pick a card, these are going to be your messages. On pile 2, we do have a brown jasper, and I'm reading the meanings of the stones this week because I chose them at random with my eyes closed, so I feel like there might be an extra message here for you guys. So the brown jasper is connected to the earth, and it encourages ecological awareness. It brings stability and balance, and it dissolves fear, anger, and panic. All brown stones are kind of grounding stones too. So in case you feel like you need to be grounded a little bit, you can always pick up a brown stone and put it in your pocket. All right, so I have the tarot already pulled out here. So let's see if we can get a definitive yes or no from the tarot messages, and then I'll pull Oracle towards the end. You got the 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Judgment card. I chose a couple of the Druid Craft Tarot because they just have different images and sometimes different messages from the Radiant Rider-Waite or the Rider-Waite. You got the 4 of Pentacles, and you got the Ace of Swords. Okay, you guys, that's 2 aces here. Definitely a new beginning for y'all. Okay, so first of all, it's a yes for sure. So what is it a yes to? First of all, it's a yes to a new beginning. And a new beginning that's kind of being heralded by the Archangel Gabriel. I think this is Gabriel. I hope. Sounding the trumpet, saying, wake up to life. Notice these people in the coffin here. They've been in a little bit of a trance. And this card is kind of saying, wake up, because you're missing it a little bit. Maybe you've been in the blahs a little bit, maybe a little depressed. Maybe something actually happened to cause you to retreat from the world, maybe because of a pandemic, you know, isolation, a lot of isolation in the last year. Not always self-imposed. It's, you know, in some countries it's been imposed on you that, you know, social distancing and stay-at-home orders and all that stuff. Well, guess what? That is over. It is time to wake up, and it brings with it a new beginning. Aces are always new beginnings, and they're always new beginnings with the hand of the divine in it. It's something coming to you from God, from the divine, from divine spirit, from the universe, from source, whatever it is that you call that which is bigger than us. Okay, so my Ace of Pentacles is a card of material stuff, a new beginning in finances, in a job. What's being offered to you? It's a good question. Is it a new job? Is it some money? Is it a new car? Is it a new house? What is it that you guys, it actually can be a new house for some of you because you're looking for some stability. Can be a new job for some of you because you're looking for some stability. It can be a new investment opportunity that provides some stability in the future. Whatever it is, it has some monetary value to it that provides not only stability for you, but also stability for future generations. Okay, so let's talk about this Ace of Swords. This is a sword of clarity. Excalibur, right? Do y'all know the King Arthur and all that stuff? I don't know that story that well, but it's a cool story. But the sword in the Druid tradition is the sword of truth. It represents truth. It represents your truth in this reading. It is a new start for you, and it's a new start that comes out of clarity of thought and maybe out of cutting some things out of your life that no longer serve you. There's a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Is it regal? Honor. There's a lot of honor in this type of, in Excalibur, in this type of clarity, in this type of new beginning that comes from going within and finding out who you are. And once you discover who you are, daring to go out there into the world and do it and start fresh from a place of honor, from a place of honoring yourself and your own truth. And maybe that's what the wake-up call here is for you. What's true for you? What are you going to let go from the past? What is not going to serve you in this bold new world that you're going into, that is brilliant for you? It's very prosperous. Very prosperous. The Four of Pentacles is a card of stability. Definitely. And this kind of almost goes back to that savings thing. It's a card of saving for the future or investing for the future. It's not just having enough right now. It's putting some away. It's almost like being a little bit of a squirrel and putting some away that will sustain you later on down the road. Now, there is kind of a warning here with this card of not being too miserly. Don't hold on to your pentacles so tight that it cuts you off from the rest of the world. That it cuts you off from people, that it cuts you off from experiences. Money is an exchange, right? So there's give and take with that. And it has to be that way, or it goes away. So don't hold on too tight. You know, if you need to give somebody, give some money, give somebody some money. Don't be miserly. If someone needs to charge $350 to fix your rear shocks, then pay them $350 and don't complain about it. And that's a note to myself. I was just complaining about that. But it's silly. It's silly. I have the money. It's what they want to do the job, and they did a fine job. It's just an exchange, an energy exchange. Okay. The last card that we have here that I want to talk about is the Ten of Pentacles, which is a card of, again, prosperity, having enough to pass down from generation to generation. So whatever it is this start is for you, it brings you enough to support you and your family for years to come. But it's more than that. It is also having generations of family around you and enjoying celebrations together. It's almost like that Thanksgiving where everybody gets to make it in this year, because sometimes, you know, people have other obligations, or it snows, or for whatever reason they can't make it into Thanksgiving dinner. But those special years when the whole family can get together and celebrate together and appreciate each other and have fun times together, those are very, very special years. And that's kind of what this card is about. It's about generations of family coming together and prospering together. So in essence, this is a very big yes for whatever it is that you are asking about. It is definitely a very big yes for money matters, money stability, having enough, new jobs, investments, businesses, what else? Family businesses. But mostly it's a yes for doing it your way. I really like this clarity that comes with that Ace of Swords there. You're doing it your way. What is your truth? And cutting out the things, I hate to say it, well, I will say it, I hope I don't get in trouble. Cutting out the BS. That's what it is. Cut out the BS, figuring out what's important, which is family, right? Prosperity in all areas. And moving forward with your plan, doing it your way. All right, for the last couple of cards, I just want to get an oracle card from the angels and ancestors and just see what final message the angels and ancestors might have for pile 2 on this message here. Well, that popped out, so I'm going to use it. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. There's definitely a transformation here. There's a new there's a new life coming in here. And again, it goes back to your truth. Your life is transforming. You're being, wake up. There's a wake up call here. Wake up to your life, what gifts you offer to the world, and offer it to them, and that brings you a new beginning that sets you and your family up for prosperity in the future. And just final oracle here from the Sacred Traveler. What does pile 2 need to do? If anything, what action do they need to take? This is a gorgeous card. Look at that. Wow, it's pretty. All right, so what does pile need to do? What action do they need to take? Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Look, the sword and the stone. That's Excalibur 2. You guys, that's synchronicity right there. Yeah, you can overcome anything. I don't feel like that necessarily goes there. I think that's just, you definitely need to wake up to life. There's been some people that are holding you back, some obstacles that have been holding you back in the past. You're breaking free from that. And moving forward into your brand new life with your own sword of truth. What do you want? What is your truth? What gifts do you offer the world? That's what you're doing. And it's a yes. It's a big old yes. Okay. I love it. That's all I have for pile 2. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 3, these are going to be your messages for the yes or no pick a card. The pile 3 did have the citrine on it. I love citrine. It's one of my favorite stones because I am reading the meanings for the stones this time because I did choose them by closing my eyes. So I feel like there might be an extra message there for y'all. So the citrine promotes happiness and creativity. It brings abundance and success, and it encourages warmth. It's one of my favorites because it's just one of the happiest stones in all of the crystals. Okay, so I have tarot here. I have Radiant Rider-Waite, and then I have a couple of Druid Craft tarots. So I'm just going to pull these out, and we'll see if we can get a definitive yes or no for your question. You guys did have quite a few more cards, but I had to take them all because that's just the way they came out. First, you have the Queen of Pentacles. You have the King of Pentacles. You have the Page of Pentacles. You have the Ten of Cups. And you have the Seven of Wands. Okay, for the Druid Craft Tarot, I choose a couple of these because they do have a little bit different messages from the regular Universal Waite or Smith Waite or Rider-Waite deck. Similar, but different. Sometimes some of the cards are very different, but You got the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. I cannot believe all the pentacles in this reading. Okay. First of all, this is definitely a yes. Let's just start there. Okay. Anytime I have a male and female of the same suit, that is always a relationship to me. So for me, the Queen of Pentacles is minor arcana for Aquarius. The King of Pentacles is minor arcana for Gemini. And then over here you have the Page of Pentacles, which for me is minor arcana for Capricorn. And those are the only people cards you got here. Pentacles. Let's talk about them. Earthy, practical, money, food, clothing, shelter. That's what the Pentacles represent. Now, Aquarius and Gemini are air signs, and so I get that I read them differently from most people do. I'm okay with that. Like I said, I've been reading the cards for 25 years, and that's the way I was taught. It is a little bit different, and it's unusual for people, but you know, that's just how I read the cards. We all developed our own relationship with the cards. So, but here's what this is telling me in this particular reading. And particularly with this, that's a family, you guys. Mom, dad, child, happy family, happy home life. So if you are asking about a family, that's a definite yes. That's a big old yes with this card. Some of you, you're getting the Seven of Wands down here. So the Seven of Wands is a card of there's some pressure not to hold on to your position. This is saying hold your position. You are in the right. You will succeed. You just got to hold on. You got to hold on tight. Now, what can that mean? For some of you, it can mean you need to hold out for this relationship that you want, that offers you all this, that offers you a good relationship, children, a happy home. So that's for some of you. Hold on to that dream. Maybe it could be, you know, maybe the relationship you're in is not offering you this. So this is saying, do you want to let go of this relationship so that you can pursue the one that brings you the relationship that you want with a home and children and family and all that? Yeah, you do. Yeah. If you're already in a relationship and you're asking if this particular relationship can bring you what you want in the way of a stable, healthy, lush, a lot of emotion here, a lot of good, happy times, family. If you're asking if the relationship that you're in can bring that to you, yeah, it can. It's saying hold on to your dream. Hold tight to your desire of a happy, healthy family. It's coming to you. Okay, now that's for some of you. For some of you, it's really about building a financial foundation that does help your family. Because you got the Seven of Pentacles here that talks about laying a foundation, working hard, pentacles, 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 pentacles. I've never seen so many pentacles in a reading before. Working hard to lay a foundation to provide for yourself and for your family. for maybe even future generations of a family. To have that happy, harmonious, lush life that, full of abundance, that kind of thing. You've been working hard on it. And this card, this Nine of Pentacles, is saying, yeah, it's coming in. It's Nine of Pentacles, that's wish fulfillment, and that's definitely material fulfillment. Very abundant card. Very abundant cards. All of them. All of these. Abundance, 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 abundance. Wish fulfillment. What do they call that? Highest emotional fulfillment. 10. It's a 10. It's the culmination from the 1 to the whole journey of the emotions. It's the 10. It's the highest emotional fulfillment for you. So it's abundance in all areas. This is a very rich, abundant reading, and I do feel like in a lot of ways it does have to do with actual money, but in a lot of ways it does have to do with the family that you've built and that you've cultivated. It's abundance in all areas of your life is what it is. And this Seven of Pentacles, very similar to the Seven of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck, is saying you have worked hard for this lushness that you have here before you. You've reached a natural place to stop, to take stock in what you've done and what you've built, and to celebrate it, right? All that you've been able to accomplish. So that is one meaning for the card, and that is what you're seeing here. Sometimes we forget to celebrate all that we've accomplished. We're always working so hard for our goals, just working. This is saying, take a look at what you've done. Take a look at what you've built here. Take a look at what you have here. You have some really, really cool stuff. But the other message for this card is something that you've been working on really, really hard is bearing fruit. And you don't have to do anything else. You've done it all. You've done all the work. Sit back, relax, and reap the rewards. Let it come into you. And I feel like that is what this message is saying. You've done everything you need to do. You may not be seeing it today. And that's why this is saying, hold on. Don't give up 5 minutes before your miracle. Hold on. It's coming. And you don't have to do another thing. You have cultivated this. You have done the work. What you have built is lush and beautiful. You have done all the work. There's nothing else that you need to do except sit back and reap the rewards of what you have worked really, really hard for. Wow, that's awesome, y'all. Ooh, I love that. Okay. So, let's get some final messages from the angels and ancestors. What final message do you have for my pile threes with this beautiful yes? What final message for pile three? Final message for pile three. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. That goes back to this. Just know that it's happening. You know, deep down inside, you know that it's all happening, and it's all happening the way that it is supposed to happen. These are kind of the same person, by the way. This Queen of Pentacles and this Nine of Pentacles, very similar people. And then on top of that, you got the medicine mother. It's a womanly knowing here. A womanly inner intuition. Honor the intuition that you have that's telling you whatever it's telling you. Whatever it's telling you, honor it. I think it might be telling you that your instincts are right, that you've done everything that you need to do. Just hang tight. Be in a place of appreciation for what it is that you've accomplished so far. Celebrate, not just a place of appreciation, but celebrate what you've accomplished so far. And enjoy the abundance that you have built. And you've done it. You've built it. It's been through hard work. It's been through cultivation. Always a part of cultivating when you see all the lush, the green lush. So you've built the relationships. You've stood your ground when you needed to stand your ground. You've worked hard when you needed to work hard. It's time to reap the rewards. And just trust that it's coming. All right, so for the Sacred Traveler, the question is, what does pile 3 need to do, if anything? What action does pile 3 need to take? What does pile 3 need to do? What action does pile 3 need to take? Wandering path, enjoy your journey. I like that. I like that for this card. Yes, enjoy the journey. Celebrate it. Celebrate where you've been. Celebrate where you're going. Celebrate that you're even still on the journey, right? It's so much fun. Life is so much fun. Enjoy it. Even when it takes you down a path that you did not expect you were going down, it's okay. It's all beautiful. Okay. That's all I have for pile 3. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 4, these are going to be your messages for the yes or no pick a card. I am reading the messages for the stones, or the meanings for the stones today, because I closed my eyes and chose them, so I feel like there might be an additional message in there for you. This is a rough cut aquamarine. It is very faint, but it is actually blue. So the aquamarine stone is a stone of enlightenment and spiritual awareness. It helps you become attuned to your emotions as well. So blue stones are third eye stones or throat chakra stones. Okay, so what I have here are tarot cards. I have some Radiant Rider-Waite tarot cards, and I have a couple of Druid Craft tarot. So I will pull the Rider-Waite. No, these are Radiant Rider-Waite. That's correct. So I will pull these cards first and see if we can figure out yes or no definitively. You got the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Chariot card. For the Druid Craft Tarot, you got the Four of Cups, and you got the Chariot again. Okay. Yes, no, maybe. Yes, no, maybe. Yes, no. I think this is a maybe, actually. It's very rare to get a maybe in a reading, but I think that's what's going on here. So the Chariot, let's talk about this Chariot. These are the major arcana. This is what's happening mostly. This is the major arcana. The Chariot card is a card of balancing opposing forces. Driving the chariot, keeping it between the lines. It's not easy. It goes fast. The chariot goes fast. Sometimes you feel like it's a struggle to balance this and that, home and family, or home and work, family and significant other. They're opposites. Whatever it is that you're trying to balance, they're the opposite. And you're just trying to keep it together. And Chariot is the major arcana for Cancer. The other people card you got here is the Queen of Wands, which is minor arcana for Leo. But even more than that, this is the what's keeping it all together. You are a Leo. You are an older woman, older being over the age of 35, who kind of has it all. This is kind of the most revered and most regal queen. She sits very comfortably on the throne. She has her little cat there. See that? Lions here over on the sides. But lions here. Almost in a fighting each other position. There's a dichotomy in this reading for sure. But she has a great family and she's very good at business at the same time. She just kind of, it's my favorite queen. She just kind of has it all. And she's cool. Like, she has interesting stories. People love to listen to her. She's full of good advice. If you want advice about family, she's got advice about that. If you want advice about business, she's got advice about that. She's just the coolest queen. My favorite Leo is Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock is just kind of one of those women that just, I don't know, she makes me feel inadequate. All the stuff that she does. First of all, she's beautiful, but she's very talented as an actress. She also has a family, and I mean, I think it was Matthew McConaughey who said that she could run her own country. She's just got it so together. So that's kind of what this queen is about. But this particular queen in this reading is trying to keep it together. That's what she's doing. And it's a struggle. It's a struggle for her. So let's talk about these fours. Fours are cards of stability, but they are also cards of stagnation. And in this particular reading, I feel like they're cards of some dissatisfaction with these two depictions here. The Four of Cups is a lot of times a card of dissatisfaction. Like, you've got these cups down here that, one of them spilled over, but there's still some stuff in that cup, but you're looking at it and you're like, I don't really want that. And then there's this other cup back here that if you bothered to turn around, you would see there's something else being offered to you, but you're like, I wouldn't want that either. Even if I turned around, I wouldn't want that cup either. You're kind of a little bit being in the blahs. This guy's closed off. Now, he does have what he needs financially. He's set financially. His pinnacles are good. He has food, clothing, shelter, probably a decent job, everything that he needs financially, but a little bit closed off. And I'm feeling the closed off and the dissatisfaction that's going on in this reading is in relationship. It's on an emotional level. I think I'm going to have to get some clarifiers here. So we're going to have to clarify this Chariot. What we're balancing, what we're trying to balance here, I think is what we need to see. Why is this Chariot here? Tell us about the Chariot. And one more for that Chariot. Why is this Chariot here? It feels kind of financial, actually. financial stability. So it's not really emotional like I thought it was. I think you're... Okay, so I will say this. It may be the give and take of a relationship that you're dealing with, that you're very give and take, right? Both sides, two sides of the same coin, given and taken. Reciprocity. It may be that you're trying to balance that. You're very dissatisfied with a relationship if that is what we're dealing with here. If you're talking about a relationship, you're very dissatisfied with it, and you're just almost tired. You're almost just exhausted from trying to balance it, because it's not adding up as far as you are concerned. As far as a relationship is concerned, it's not adding up to you. Now that can be a relationship also with could be with a Cancer, but it also could be with one of the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, because this is a knight that's kind of sometimes offering something to you, maybe in the way of a relationship. And if this knight is coming into you and offering something to you in the way of relationship, it's a very grounded, practical, stable person, very earthy, very plotting. Maybe that's why you don't like it so much, because the Queen of Wands is a very adventurous queen, and the earth sign is very plotting, very methodical, very practical. They're stable, sure, and I don't think you like... As much as this reading looks like it's money, I don't think it's money. I think it's a relationship. I think this is a stable person that is offering you something. He's too slow. He drives you nuts. He's too practical. He's too down to earth. He's too grounded. He's too stable. It drives you nuts. You want adventure. You want to cut these reins loose, and you want to let this horse go. This is either a maybe or it's a no. I think it's a maybe, because on paper it looks good. It's like, why can I not get into this relationship? Why can I not get into this person? On paper he looks so good. He checks all of the boxes. He's there for me when I need him. He is offering me actual love. Cups, right? Offering me love. He can offer me what I need in the way of a stable home life. He can give me what I need monetarily. Maybe even not just stability, but also he can give me, cars and jewels and, all the kind of things that most women would want. But something is so missing from this. I'm sitting here trying to balance my desire for adventure with my desire to be in a stable relationship. And it's just not, I'm tired of it. This woman's exhausted from trying to balance this. I feel like, all right, I don't ever do this, but I'm gonna, just one card. Make it plain. Is it yes, or is it no, or is it maybe? Is it no, or is it maybe? Is this a no? Pile 4. Is it no, or is it maybe? I got the Chariot again. Got a 4 again. It's maybe. It is maybe. You just don't know if you can balance it or not. This is a 4, but it's a home. It's a home. It's a home card. Again. It generally is the happy home. It's a celebration. It's like there's a cause to celebrate here. Adventure or home? Which one do you want? Only you can decide that. And honestly, I don't think you're ready to make a decision. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. I don't think you're ready to make a decision. I think you like the stability of it, but I think your heart is really crying out for some adventure too. All right, I have to stop that. That's just what the message is. But I will get some final messages from the angels and ancestors. What final messages do you have for this pile 4, which looks like a definite maybe to me? Homeward adventure. It doesn't, I will say this, it doesn't necessarily have to be a decision that you're trying to make with a person. That's just one example. Like a mate, a significant other. It doesn't have to be that, but it is you're trying to balance stability, home life with adventure. So maybe you're doing that on your own, you know, like you really want both, and you can't have both, so you're going to have to make a decision about which direction to go in. But for some of you, it really is a person that's offering you this stability, and you're like, I don't know if I want it or not. I really don't know. Okay, so you're not ready to make the decision either. I think when you're ready, the answers will come to you. But for now, it's a maybe. All right, so what final messages for pile 4? Final messages for pile 4. Dream and journey. Well, that's the message from Spirit, from your angels and ancestors. Dream and journey. This kind of leaning towards the adventurous side of it. Dream about daydream or night dream, however you dream, about what it is that you want, and then go for it. Got to get clear on what it is that you want. What is your dream? All right. And from the Sacred Traveler Oracle, we just want to know, what does pile 4 need to do? If anything, what action do they need to take? The drum, the beat of the drum is calling you, right? Isn't that ancient? Isn't that like tribal? The beat of the drum. It's calling you. It's calling you to go out there and have an adventure. Okay, I'm sorry. I lost track of what I was saying. What's the question? Well, what action does pile 4 need to take? What do they need to do, if anything? What action does pile 4 need to take? These cards keep falling out. I don't like it. All right. What action does pile 4 need to take? What does pile 4 need to do? What action? Faraway places, get ready for new horizons. Okay, you guys, so I'm just gonna let you see that. There's the adventure again. This is a maybe, but these final oracle cards are leaning you toward adventure and away from stability. I'm just gonna leave it at that and let you guys decide. I think you will come to the right place when you're ready to make a decision. All right, that's all I have for pile 4s. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste.